We're standing at a really important inflection point, not just for our company, but for the future of how people heal. The last few years have been about refinement, preparing, education, getting into more deep clinical work to help more practitioners out there expand what they're doing and help more clients. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Pain Free for Life podcast. I am your host, Dr. Rob Vanbergen, and today we have a little bit of a different episode than normal. In this episode, which will be the final one of 2025, I want to pull back the curtain and I want to talk about what's coming for Pain Free for Life as we move into 2026. Because we're standing at a really important inflection point, not just for our company, but for the future of how people heal. The last few years have been about refinement, preparing, education, getting into more deep clinical work to help more practitioners out there expand what they're doing and help more clients. 2026 is about enabling access. It's about integration. It's about empowerment. So today, I want to talk about new technology that's coming down the pipe, new ways we're training practitioners and families, changes to how we educate and support our community, and where we see healing heading next. Some of this is brand new. Some of it has been quietly in the works for a long time. It could be months, in some cases with some of these things, about 3 years. And some of it, honestly, I think is going to change how people use these tools in their everyday lives. Now, one of the biggest realizations we've had at Pain Free for Life is this. People don't just want information anymore, right? They want tools they can actually use. They want guidance they can trust. They want systems that fit into real life. Healing is moving. It's moving out of clinics only. It's moving out of theory. It is moving into daily practical application. And that is where 2026 comes in. We're focusing on lower barriers to entry, hence the pinnacle light you may have seen floating around there. We're focusing on simplifying complexity, but we also aren't going to dumb things down. And we want to help people build confidence in their own healing process. As important as education is, it's these things that we're focusing on in 2026 that will enable that to actually push forward and make your body heal itself. Now, one of the most exciting releases heading into the new year is the Avasia Life Pinnacle Lite, which is scheduled to start shipping in January. Now, this device represents something extremely important to us. For years, people have wanted a way to get the power and intelligence of our advanced Pinnacle device, but in a more accessible, affordable format. And the Pinnacle Lite is our answer to that. It's designed for daily use, for simplicity, for consistency, and for integration into real routines. Whether you're a practitioner needing those features or you're a home user, the Pinnacle Lite is really bringing modes that you would never think you would see in a smaller device into that playing field. We're ultimately ending up with some of the most powerful modes we have ever created in this home device. Something like Sana Bio 2, for example, which was requested to be added to this device, and we have done it. We have added it in there. This mode moves between 2 and 1,000 hertz, and it's the answer to neuropathic issues, which before required nearly a $6,000 purchase to even be able to touch. And now we're able to do that for a considerable fraction of that original price. So being able to do things like this, being able to analyze the tissue with the screen and actually know what's going on within just a second or two of touching it to your body, and being able to program your own frequencies, meaning that no matter where the research takes us, you're never behind. There's never a need to get a new device after this. This isn't really about replacing those advanced systems. It's about bridging the gap between professional level technology and what we had in our evolution, which was kind of this advanced top tier home use, but it didn't have some of the features that people were looking for. Now, we're going to be sharing more about this, of course, as we get closer to actually sending this out. And you've already checked this out. You can go to pinnaclelight.com if you want to check this out. This tool is already in pre-order, and we've had an immense number of pre-orders, including upgrades, where you can pay the difference between your devices and actually access this device without really losing anything. So from that alone, without any of the other events we have coming, January is going to be exciting. We're also bridging out more in the Santa Institute. For those of you who don't know, the santainstitute.com is the website host for our institution, where we can actually educate and certify pain resolution specialists. Now, this is another major evolution for us in 2026, is continuing this education. And while we are adding some stuff and making some changes to our already existing comprehensive program, the Certified Pain Resolution Specialist program that allows you to graduate with the equivalent of a bachelor's degree in holistic healthcare, we are also adding a more entry-level certification that shall remain nameless for now because we're not ready to announce it yet. But this is different from what we've offered in the past. This is a far more affordable program. And though it doesn't give you the same level of certification, you can use this as a bridge to move on to that higher level if you ever want. But it will also still allow you to open a practice, to get insurance, to become a board certified practitioner. Again, I'm trying to avoid giving too much away. This is for people that really want to be able to start their practice. And all of our existing students in the Santa Institute, whether you're a graduate or not, you'll have the ability to actually graduate from this program at the same time. And you can do it earlier because it makes up like a lesser version of the program you're in. And you'll be able to actually do that and start working while you're continuing your studies on the larger program. So this is designed for people that don't have 6 months to a year to put into a program and that really want to spend a month, maybe 2, to actually graduate and begin working and still have a baseline to actually help people. Beyond this certification actually adds in something else that I'm going to tease without talking about, which is this concept of what if we allowed you to, what if we just gave you the tools you needed to build your own online course with all of the resources already. That is a potential part of this too. We'll talk more about this in the new year. This is about guiding clients to resolve their issues. And we talk about different topics in this as well, as focusing on trying to condense everything down to make it so that you have the baseline you need to guide clients and help them and support them in succeeding. So this is a powerful on-ramp for people that are looking to get into the holistic healthcare field because of its affordability, because of its time investment being lower, and because of that powerful ability to get that board insurance to be able to practice and know you've got the coverage you need, that you're doing it all legally. So very, very excited about that too. We're also rethinking how memberships work at Pain Free for Life. Those of you who have been with us for a while have seen several different renditions of the membership. And over time, we've learned that people want clearer pathways. They don't want to be overwhelmed. And we really need to focus more on the learning experiences involved in these. So expect a revamp of how this is working. Do not worry if you're already a member. It's not going to affect you negatively. It will only affect you positively. You're going to see how memberships are structured is going to change. There's going to be a clearer distinction between education, labs, protocols, all of these things, and more flexibility depending on where you are in your healing journey. Our goal is really to make memberships feel like this fits where I am right now and what I need, not I have to keep up with everything or I'm going to fall behind. So we're working to make some very positive changes there as well. Now, many of you have noticed that there's been a little bit of a lacking of some of these training events that we used to do. And we did take some breaks this year. And although we are focusing as well, as much as we're focusing on helping outwardly, we also are focusing on our own team's health and well-being. And we will be taking times where things will be slower, getting back to making sure we're doing these recurring monthly training events on meaningful topics, scalar, eye health and vision support, PEMFs, protection from EMFs, with new content involved as well, and really focusing on showing you what you need to know and assisting you through these things. We'll also be changing the way that labs work. And it's going to essentially make labs extremely affordable and accessible for anyone that is wanting to take these. And for those that don't know, labs that exist right now won't be changing, but future ones will. And labs are like deep dive 3 to 4 hour crash courses on everything from microcurrent to nutrition to all of these things, the complete puzzle to a topic. And so far we've done oral and dental health, we've done a cancer therapy lab, and we've done a pet lab. And those things, that they are very intensive educational portals where you're able to learn a lot and get all of your specific questions answered. And so they will be changing a little bit in their structure next year as well, in how accessible they are for all of you members out there. So the last thing, or one of the last things that I want to bring up, is that the Pinnacle Light isn't the only new thing coming next year. This is definitely further out, but it's incredibly exciting. And in the fall of 2026, we are planning the release of a brand new accessory. I can promise you this will fundamentally change how you use your device day to day. This is not just another add-on. This is not like we've had some great ones. Our thumb electrode this year, absolutely amazing for acupuncture. People love this electrode. I consider these electrodes small beans compared to some of these bigger accessories. Think more along the lines of Scalar or the Sanichi if you're thinking about this at a lesser price with a broader effect to the area. That's what I will say. And really, this is about passive integration. It's about environmental support. If I asked you the question, what if your device could change the room you're in, the energy levels in the room you're in, to make them heal you? Like, this would be converting your microcurrent machine, right, into room-based health that can help your entire family. That's the direction that we are heading with this. It is currently work in progress. We're seeing good progress. We're aiming for this 2026 fall release. So very, very excited about this as well. I will not name it. I will not discuss it in any further depth, and we will not answer questions. It's kind of top secret. Only you guys are hearing a preview about this because you're listening to the podcast. This will change your environment. And we all know that the environment plays a major role in your ability to heal. So I do think that this is going to shift how people think about frequency, their healing environment, and the space around them and what it can do. So I'm very, very excited about that as well. Now, that's not all. There is plenty of other stuff coming as well that maybe doesn't get a mention here. Some new events that we've never done that we're going to be having here as well. And we're going to be talking more and more about this as the year progresses. But I think for now, let's focus on this. As we're moving into 2026, our vision is simple. We want to make healing more accessible. We want to make it intelligent. We want healing to be something that can happen without the need for too much human intervention. We want to be empowering, but we also want to be grounded in real life. You know, we have to have some realistic expectations through a lot of these things. One of these things has been very obvious signs that as much as we put out there and help people, we need to take care of ourselves as well. For this reason, we will be slowing down a bit in the summer, which is something that we did this year as well, to make sure that the team has time to rejuvenate and recoup. And we will then, in that way, be able to help you more and more and more throughout the rest of the year. It does not mean we will not be available. It does not mean that treatment coordinators will all be off on a beach somewhere. It just means that we will not be doing as many events and as much overwhelming stuff. Bear in mind, we also have new issues of the Pain-Free Living magazine. We've completed year 1. More is coming. That means more recipes. It means more articles, more case studies, all of these things that are going to continue to come out. Everything we've done this year is just going to be dialed up, right? All the way to the top, and we're going to be doing more and more and more of it. I'm not really interested in hyping anything up here. I'm interested in getting results, in delivering education, and in helping the bodies of everyone here that's listening to this, that's part of our community, to achieve long-term resilience. From the Pinnacle Light to new, more accessible certifications to evolving memberships to these monthly trainings and really to entirely new ways of integrating healing into daily life, 2026 is about meeting people where they are and helping them move forward with confidence. So thank you, everyone, for being a big part of this community. Thank you for your curiosity, and thank you for your willingness to explore what healing can really look like. Because healing is fluid, right? And it's something that is a word that many people don't even believe has real potential. But I see it every day with you guys. I see people's stories, I see the comments, I see the practitioners out there that are newly certified or have been certified for a while, making a difference. And even if we have to heal the body heal the world one person at a time, it's worth it, right? Every person we help is like ringing a bell. When someone's been knowing to have a chronic illness is suddenly better, all the people around them get better too. It helps the family unit, but it also means that they're going to be a realistic example that this is possible. It makes other people stop listening to the idea that they can't be healed and start looking and saying, well, Paul got healed. Susan's healed. I can maybe heal too. It's the question, the mindset shifts, the lifestyle. That's what it's all about here at Pain Free for Life. And we couldn't do it without you guys. So thank you so much. We have a lot ahead. We really do. We're not done. And I can't wait to share everything that we're planning with you as the year unfolds. So take care, everyone. Happy holidays. And I'll see you next year. Bye-bye.